They say time heals all wounds. That's a lie sold to rookies. Time doesn't heal. It just buries the body deeper. But the memory, the clockwork mechanism of the past, it still breathes. It still knocks. The question I live with, the one that shadows every move I make, is this: how long does it take for a shadow to become a cage? I was 6 years old when I got my first lesson in architecture. I was a child of trust, put in the hands of a neighbor, a tuition teacher everyone knew. The room was safe until it wasn't. We were playing a silly game, dodgeball with socks, the kind of fun that shouldn't leave scars. And then her son stepped in. Not to play, but to trap. He positioned himself behind me, a wall of teenage malice, his hands immediately in the wrong places. I was wearing a dress, a silly, innocent thing, and the shorts underneath were no defense against the invasive coldness of his touch. I squirmed. I pushed. I begged him to stop. He just smiled, a smooth, cruel thing, and whispered that was cheating. He pinned me there, invisible to the laughter of the other children, trapped in a moment of pure, suffocating violation. The relief when I saw my mother's car was a physical ache. He vanished, but not before delivering the threat, clean and sharp: tell anyone, and he'd find me again. I was too young to name the crime, but old enough to know the consequence. I never told. I just stopped wearing the dresses. The cloth became a boundary, and the fear became a blueprint. A few years later, the blueprint was reinforced. My favorite uncle died. The house was thick with grief. And there, in the shadow of sorrow, the lesson was hammered home. My older cousin, a face I trusted in the crowd, saw his chance. His touch was a clumsy echo of the past, proving that danger doesn't wear a mask. It wears the faces you love. 2 strikes. 2 lessons that intimacy is a minefield. That connection is just a setup. I became a hard case, an island, a bad investment for any sap looking for a steady thing. I want the life, you see, the partner, the quiet future, the soft landing. I try. God, I try to tear down the walls, but every time a hand reaches for me in kindness, my memory throws up a warning light. I don't see a lover, I see the silhouettes of those boys. Every relationship becomes a countdown until I build the wall so high they have no choice but to walk away, hurt, confused, labeling me cold. I let them, because the shame, the fear, that's all mine, and I let them whisper the company line. Maybe I am the problem. Now, the present is kicking in the door, demanding compliance. The call from HR was a formality. My work? Flawless. My crime? I don't participate. I don't smile for the team-building activities. I won't play their corporate dodgeball. This social anxiety, this fortress I built to survive, is suddenly a liability. They want a team player. They want a friend. I can't afford that kind of friendship. I can't afford to drop my guard for a game of office fun. If I lose this job, the pressure cooker lid blows. My family is waiting, ready with the solution. Arranged marriage. The ultimate roll of the dice. They'll put me in the hands of a stranger, sealing me into a contract of forced intimacy, of obligatory touch. The job loss is just the fuse. The marriage is the explosion. The trauma isn't a memory, it's a living thing. It's the confusion, the shame, the white-hot anger that I never got to spend. It all comes back to that first time, that moment I didn't know what was being stolen. The world keeps demanding I step into the light, but my body remembers the shadows. I'm overwhelmed, angry, and so tired of fighting this war alone. I keep asking the question, hoping for an ending, a final answer that will release me. How long does it take for a shadow to become a cage? The answer is simple, clean and devastating. 18 years, and I still haven't found the key.